Make sure the sound working. Okay, the sound is working. I'm gonna try to do this real quick today. Um, Talk about some important stuff. I have a whole bunch of slides open, but I'm gonna be honest. I'm gonna talk about what I feel like is the most important stuff right now. I probably should have named it something different, but sometimes I don't think it's deep about the titles. But I'm gonna talk about a lot of elephants in the room, very, very, very important stuff that we need to talk about. Um, and hopefully, I hit all my different points. I'm pretty sure I'm typing these out of order, but we'll get to them. Hopefully, I don't miss anything. And I'm gonna probably start pretty hot, so and just jump right into it. Not gonna waste too much time. Let me just make sure I got everything lined up. I might talk about just making sure I'm not missing anything. I'm probably not gonna talk from my slides today. That's why I'm trying to get my notes together. But let me just talk about first the I want to say the elephant in the room, but it kind of is. Whether people see it this way or not, is what I've been talking about since last year. Um, Slightly in a different way. But the elephant in the room, if been studying the market, know what's out there, whatever, is that the stuff that is pumping is the stuff that was just made. Um, I probably could have named this thing something more catchy, but that's what's going on right now. Um, Early in the year, and it's the same narrative that I've always been bullish on the narrative, but it looks way different, completely different than what I would have ever thought. I was talking to somebody in the group the other day about virtual, which on my was on my list to get. When I first saw it, it was like really, I think it was like 250 million. And I was like, yeah, it's already on my list from way back to get on it. I was waiting for the drop to happen. I didn't even see the bottom. But anyway, I don't think anybody can lie and tell you that they thought that they knew for a fact. They'll be lying if they knew it was going to come out of virtual. I knew what they were building and what it was, but to see the way it took over was crazy. So it's definitely one of my AI plays or whatever, and got bigger than anybody thought. And then we have the whole, AI agents or whatever, and everything that's taken over right now, pretty much. So AI is a big narrative, but my point is, just like I said, is that in the beginning of the year, people were making these fake AI projects. They were like, "Hey, this is an AI project that does this, blah blah blah." Wait, the sound is on, right? I gotta make sure, man. Uh, they would make these fake AI projects and say, "Oh, it does this," but they would rug them, right? And so it was that type of made up project. Early on in the cycle, it was that type of made up project, which it was just made for money grab. They would rug it, pump and dump on people, whatever. So now the made up projects are, you know, yeah, they're a little bit more solidified. Yeah, we got some. We invested in some of them too, but it's the AI agents. So not saying that's bad, but what I'm pointing out to say it clearly is what I'm saying is these are the projects that have just been spawned like out of nowhere. The stuff that has been building for 2 and 4 years and even 12 months is not the stuff that's pumping. And I know a lot of people are going to get impatient because I'm not a gambler. Yeah, we got some AI agents and different little stuff on the side, but I can't see myself going too hard on that. Let me name some reasons. For one, I'm not that much of a gambler. Number two, I've seen this happen in a lot of places, especially in groups that just pump and dump. You put out something. I want to put out something that I feel like people can hold long term and they can make money off. You don't want it to be that someone went away for their honeymoon or birthday and they come back a week later and you're like, oh yeah, we're no longer holding that. And then it's dumped down and they don't get a chance to take their money out or whatever. Because a lot of this stuff is very speculative. And um, even running this group is showing me how different people invest, uh, different social practices that people have. Because some people will get into some of these agents or whatever and start looking at it as a 2-year hold. I'm gonna hold this to the end of the cycle and not realizing that it's a trade. which is cool. You can, like I said, make money on trades and then put it back into more solidified projects, which is another thing I have to talk about more, like long-term main portfolios versus, the stuff you trade in. But a lot of people don't see it like that. And that's something I have on my conscience when, talking about some of this stuff. But the thing is, I'm freestyling this, y'all. I do have some notes, but the main thing I want people to have patience because I see a lot of people who have went out there and made money on different like memes or with the agents, whatever, but they get so caught up in it, feeling like they know what they're doing. I'm just throwing out numbers so you get a picture. So they just say they put $1,000 in something, and you do a 15x on it, you feeling good, you get 15x, then you go start getting some more meme coins, agents or whatever, and then it tanks, and now you're back down to 2,500. Cool, it's all right. I'm gonna make up for it. I'm gonna put in this, and you put in something else because you remember that 15x, you put 2,500 something else. Now you're down to $400. And I've seen this happen with so many people, and it's just I have too much conscience, and I know I'm supposed to, tell you guys that it's your decision. Put on your big boy pants, which you should too. I mean, because some of y'all do because you got to make decisions on your own. Now I put out the projects for people to invest in, but it's just so dangerous to me with some of these narratives or whatever. But so if you're not in the group and you do just watch the channel and you're just trying to figure out what's going on, that's pretty much what's going on right now. I did look, and I was we just had Christmas or whatever, New Year's, and I saw I haven't talked about it in the group yet, but I just saw one project. I didn't even realize it 4x off the bottom. So just made it 400% in probably like the last 2 weeks or whatever. So to line up with what my thumbnail is saying, you don't know when this stuff is going to pump. And to be honest, I like the project. Obviously, I invested in it, and it's one of the slightly bigger market caps or whatever. But I like the project. That's why I invested in it. But I wasn't even expecting that to move first. That's why I named this what I named it. You never know which one of your altcoins is going to move first. And contrary to popular belief, everybody keeps trying to too dark skin for that, can't drop the light. But everybody keeps trying to tell people like when the alt season is going to pump. Yeah, I guess it makes good for content or whatever, but they keep leading people astray. And now that December is fully over, we have seen that Santa Claus did not come to town. There was no Santa rally. People kept saying that or whatever. And yeah, that's how it usually works. And there's so many things when you're trying to predict this stuff. You need the different charts and signals or whatever. And I keep saying a lot of people just running channels and Twitter pages that don't need to be. They don't know half what they're talking about or whatever. Told people they needed to be 100% in the market because it was the end times and all this kind of stuff. But yeah, December completely went, and a lot of stuff is different this cycle. A lot of stuff is not the same. Let me just talk about this one note. I could be completely wrong. I could be completely wrong with it. I'm just talking out my head here. That one thing we have been talking about for a couple of months ago a lot is the FTX repayments. And so I see a lot of people like posting misleading stuff on that today. Like it's all being dropped today. Like $20 billion is about to come on the market. And once again, the same thing, like fill your bags now because you're not going to have another chance and all this stupid stuff that they don't even know what they're talking about. But for what I'm seeing is the payments are supposed to be like spread out over the next 60 days. It's not like all the money's dropping today and you're about to miss the altcoin run. Because like the thumbnail says, none of us, including me, I'm telling you, we're going to wake up one morning and the alt season going to have started. Nobody's going to call it. Nobody's going to know when it's going to happen. So, just kind of got to have your bags packed. So don't start panicking over that kind of stuff because nobody knows what's really how this is going to happen. And I think I said this before, like that, the first year right before, like the halving year, you can make some kind of predictions here and there. After the halving year, the parabolic year is so hard to make predictions, and I'm not even trying to come on here and do that kind of stuff. A lot of people like to use it as clickbait, but I'm not trying to predict anything besides getting these gains and getting out the market. But anyway, with all the stuff that's coming out, and then I've seen a lot of stuff this morning, FTX and a lot of stuff. I feel like they're trying to trap people in long positions, which makes me feel like I know, like it's 2025. It's supposed to be the parabolic year. Alt season is coming, and another thing I saw, the DXY was going up too. But I'll talk about that later. But it still makes me feel like they're trying to trap people, and we still got probably one more drop to come. And I know the election's coming up. And people think we can rally up to that, and maybe we do or whatever. But some of this news just seems too. They seem like they're trying to be too positive, and it's just making me feel some type of way. But I don't know. Once again, I'm not trying to predict anything. Um, what is this note? Oh yeah, I mean, a few. Some of you guys are new. I think this note was saying. I guess I was saying, don't expect it to be like the stock market. Crypto's crazy as hell. Like it's super crazy. And I got as one of y'all, I keep feeling y'all got in the market right time, performing really well. But some of y'all get nervous when y'all see like 20% drops on stuff or whatever. It's like you were just excited about 300% increase. So you got to realize when you're altcoins is volatile. So if you just were excited about a 300% increase, like you got to realize 20% drop is nothing. This is not stocks where it's just like 2%, 4%, 5%, 10% drops or whatever. You'll get some 20 and 30 sometimes, especially as your portfolio goes up. Let's say you start with 50 grand or whatever. You getting excited. Now you up to 400 grand. Trust and believe somewhere in the cycle that 400 grand is going to drop to 210 and you're going to be losing your mind, but you just got to y'all got to learn how to weather the storm because it's going to get real volatile. Um, yeah, and I had another note. Don't expect this to make sense. I think some of y'all are trying to make too much sense of this. You got your Excel spreadsheets and all. Throw that crap out the window, bro. It's going to get crazy. Stop expecting crypto to make sense. That's why you can make so much money because it doesn't make sense. Like I'm saying, like with a lot of the AI stuff and the agents and stuff, like taking a lot of the mind share right now. I saw somebody joking that we should rename crypto the AI market because AI is a huge mindset or mind share right now, and it is the more speculative stuff that runs hard. Gaming was more speculative last cycle, which is why I ran hard. And I still feel like it's going to run, but AI is definitely going to be up there. AI and I think meme coins will come back as well too. But the gist of it, what I'm saying is, yeah, a lot of stuff that's pumping is the stuff that doesn't have a team and a whole bunch of VCs and stuff. But that stuff will still pump. And I think what people get confused on is people, as I've been saying for the whole time I had this channel, the smart people are using this money that they're making on meme coins and other stuff to put back in these projects. And what I will say is probably not what you want to hear. I don't know how quickly some of these alts run, to be honest. A lot of people were saying last month, like, oh, it's over. The meme coin run is over. And now the meme coin run is over. And now we're going into utility. True. And it started happening. That's the truth. Like I said, one of ours is 400%, but I wouldn't expect it to be too fast. I know that's not what y'all want to hear. Like I wouldn't be expecting like all utility to start like running in the next 2 weeks, even if we do get a run, because they're gonna keep making up made up stuff to run. It was meme coins, and everybody was like, "All right, that's over with now. Now we go into utility." No, they was like, "No, now we got AI agents, and there's gonna be something new." I see about two new ones coming up. Um, it's really the wild wild west. I've been kind of saying this the whole cycle that the oversaturation, and that's just of utility projects. It's a real crazy cycle. Um, and I'd rather not. I'm not trying to scare you either, but I'd rather not have my channel. Everybody's euphoric. Everybody's gonna bull post and all that kind of stuff. You can get that stuff plenty of different places, but with my channel, I'm really just trying to keep people level headed. It's a very saturated market this cycle. Um, and here's another thing. I think I said this before, but I have to reiterate. Whether you have 5 plays, whether you have 20 plays, all of them are not going to perform as well as you want them to. But you only need a few of them to perform well to make life changing money and stuff. But yeah, it's an oversaturated market, and especially when you can just make projects out of nowhere. Um, but yeah, I'm really careful even with these different narratives and the stuff I'm investing in. I'm not just dumping in anything because I don't want to be where I'm just dumping so much in this stuff that I end up just breaking even. I try to get the ones I really believe in. I know y'all probably see 1,000 other ones, and you want to buy whatever agent or whatever you're seeing, blue nose agent, the reindeer or whatever. But I'm not trying to do it like that. Um, yeah, I'm trying to look through my notes. I already talked about the FTX repayments will be over probably the next couple of weeks, but it won't be all today. Mm. Oh yeah, I said that too. I think they're trying to trap people in longs. Just some of the stuff I saw today. Um, And then we had that big outflow of the ETFs yesterday. I forgot to talk about it too. The Bitcoin and the Ethereum ETFs had, maybe I should look at some of my slides, but I know both of them had huge outflows yesterday. So we have that. Yeah, I mean, pretty much that's it. That's pretty much it. I don't want to get on here, and talk about too much stuff. I'm not gonna get on here and talk about charts and signals and RSIs and all that kind of stuff. But yeah, AI is definitely the main mind share right now. You just got to be careful not to just FOMO into any and every AI thing. It's really all I can say. It's a really crazy market. I do feel sorry for some of y'all that just came from stocks or new to this, because it's always been crazy. It was crazy last cycle, but this cycle is a different beast. It really is. Um, there's a whole bunch of other stuff I can say, but I feel like that's the main stuff you should know, especially like I said, if you're not in the group or whatever, that's what's going on. But I'm still investing into utility plays. Um, I just feel like it may be a little while longer before they like run hard, because they are supposed to be the main part of alt season, which is still the real alt season is later on anyway. But part of this alt run we got coming soon. But it's between the whole fair launch thing, VCs taking control. Oh, wait a minute. Let me see. I found something I was talking about the other day. Hold on. I'm glad I thought of that. Hold on. Let me show you this, because that's why I said people think I'm the only one talking about this. I got too many slides open. I see one. I'm gonna have to find the other. But this is one of them. When I was talking about, I'm gonna just blow through this real quick. But I was saying the other day how I was like, maybe we get in the meme coin or something low market cap, and you got these idiots who try to buy out the supply, and they think they're gonna, everybody's gonna make them rich. I've talked about this numerous times. Somebody tried to come on the channel, say I didn't know what I was talking about because some group coordinated exchange listings or whatever, and they bought up the majority of the supply. Wait, let me slow down. So the person came on my channel saying, "Hey, you don't know what you're talking about, because this meme coin, they bought up the majority of the supply and they got exchange listings." Once again, I said they're not hearing what they're saying. And one thing I didn't point out is that when they do this stuff, what the people are saying, they don't realize what they're saying. You're just saying, "Oh, they got exchange listings." No, that's not what happened. What happened is when they give the exchanges some of the tokens, which is why they bought up a lot of the supply, to give the exchanges tokens and the market makers. I keep trying to say this. Your market makers is how you make money. I know everybody thinks you come into crypto and it's because everybody talks about a project and retail investors or you put your money into it. But the market makers be doing their job. And so if you find something that a micro cap like this one of these idiots did recently, and you take up all the liquidity, the market makers no longer have liquidity to work with. It is not people buying. And that's why I can tell this is somebody who scammed people before, because they're so probably used to like putting out a fake meme coin and then getting their group to pump the meme coin up. So they think that's how the entire system works. But once you start getting into legit projects and other people's meme coins that you did make up, if there's no liquidity for market makers to work with, then you just killed your own money. You just throwing your money in the trash, and they don't understand this. But anyway, there's a whole bunch of people talking about it in this tweet too. But anyway, they're saying, they're like, if you ever wonder what a 90K sale on the 5 million market cap looks like, this is what it looks like, and it pretty much tanks it. And so that's what I'm saying. Let me make sure my sound is on, because that it just always goes out. I just got to make sure. Okay, yeah. So these people thinking everybody's going to make them rich, but the smart people, they're like, look, this person bought up the majority supply, and you're really just killing the project when you're doing that. So I'm not the only one that's saying this. I'm not the only one that knows this. It's not even really alpha. It's alpha to people who don't know it, but this is not alpha. It's just common. It's almost common sense to me. If you think you're going to buy up something on a million market cap and everybody's going to make you rich, you have killed the project by taking the liquidity away from the market makers. So the market makers, that's their job, is to control the price of the coin, make sure it goes up, or make sure it does what it's supposed to do. So if you bind up the supply, you're just wasting your money. Just like I talked about the meme coin that somebody bought like 2 million of it at 30 million market cap. Like, what are the market makers going to work with? You're taking their job from them, and that's why I think that 2 million that they put in is now worth like 60,000. That was the dumbest crap I ever saw. But you don't have to listen to me, because people think I just talk and whatever. But anyway, that's another tweet talking about that, and there's another one too. Maybe I'll find it. Anyway, speaking of, Bitcoin is pumping right now. But yeah, but that was dumb. I said it was dumb when it happened. I know the person watches my channel. I gave him fair enough warning. Lose $2 million that way is it's the dumbest crap I've ever seen in my life. But whatever. hopefully y'all understood the stuff I was talking about today. Um, Kind of vague, but just talking about really what's going on. So yeah, I mean, you can make money on this stuff, but please don't marry this stuff. I know everybody's like, oh, but I don't know. Fart coin went to this number. This one can definitely do it too. Please don't fall into that, man. Like, make your money and try to get out, take your profits over time, whatever. Um, but yeah, the utility stuff is still gonna run, but it's not what's going on right now. So if you got comments, questions, concerns, you go and ask them now. Katie Kate, Happy New Year's though. Wait, have I not been on since New Year? I probably haven't. I guess I haven't. Happy New Year to you too. R Max said, yep, I think y'all were talking about the sound. Liliana said, good morning, the sound is fun. Okay, appreciate it. EJ said this is the most bullish BTC cycle I've ever seen. Been in since 2017. We're going to run further than most believe, in my opinion. People have trauma from last cycle. They're going to play on that. Yeah, true. And that's what the thing I believe they're doing too. Like I said, absolutely no Santa rally. They knew people was, I mean, people gonna fluff it and be like, yeah, if you look in the charts and you look at this, we actually did. No, we didn't. Like, so, but you're right. I think it's gonna be one of the most bullish cycles too. But they're definitely gonna play on people's trauma from last cycle and play on confusing people and realizing that people don't have patience. And I'm not saying anything's wrong with this, so please don't take this the wrong way or take offense to it. But even I'm realized, like, I'm a very patient person. Like I said, I've been in crypto, so I'm patient and waiting. But I realize a lot of people like don't have that patience or whatever, and they get antsy. But my thing is, I can't control everything you do, but I don't want people to get antsy and start because they like feel like they need something. They start gambling and start losing more money than they're gaining before the run comes. And I know it's hard for a lot of people, especially when there's a billion things that could be running at one time, and you just feel like, my utility stuff is not running. I'm doing it wrong or whatever. You can play around with that stuff, but you do it with small amounts. I think people go too hard with like I said, with meme coins and the agents and stuff. Like, once again, think it's gonna be the next, gold or fart coin or whatever, and then they end up losing money. And then they go and try to make it back, and it's just it makes it more stressful. Um, will the crypto market dip or crash again? I can already tell. I know the answer to this question, but again before January 20th. So can I enter? I have no idea. I have no idea. I would like this. A lot of people sit up pompous and act like they know what's going to happen. I don't. I do feel like they are trying to bull post a little bit too much. Like I said, Bitcoin is running right now. You see that on the screen. It's coming up from that 96 it was at. But I don't know. Short term, I think they're trying to fake out people to make them think it's more bullish. Long term, I think they're trying to fake people out to be bearish. Does that make sense? Hopefully that makes sense. But it could have one more, especially with Bitcoin running like this too. I know a lot of people see it's positive. I don't know, and it's kind of doing it right now. It's kind of trying to do a little dump. I don't know. I feel like maybe one more time before January, but who's to say how big that dump is going to be? If that's what you ask, like a huge dump, a lot of stuff is kind of like bottom or has been sitting near its bottom, and it's a good time to get in now. I don't know what projects you're looking at. Um, but like I know some of the ones we have in the group. It's good DCA opportunities, here's another. I haven't been putting out a lot of DCA opportunities or DCA alerts because I do know around this time there's some other stuff is going to come out. Not to mention, like I said, the AI agents and a lot of stuff, and two other narratives I see kind of popping up. I'm trying to see if I want to get something in those. Um, but if you see some of the projects that have bottom, or that have dropped, then you can DCA. I'm sorry, I don't know if you're in the group or not. Um, what does that mean, matter of fact? Because I have a lot of y'all that have that in y'all name. Am I missing something? Franchise senpai. I got like 4 of y'all with senpai. What does that mean? Someone who is older or more senior than you. Is that like sensei? Is it Japanese? An upperclassman. Okay. I think I got 4 or 5 of y'all. So I was like, is that somebody's name? Okay. So y'all like sensei or something like that. All right. RMAX said it's like they are trying to fake us out. Oh, they definitely are. They definitely are trying to fake people out for sure. And like I said, I know a lot of people scared. Like, Oh, that's nothing. I saw somebody so mad today. They were bull posting like agents like crazy, and for some reason today they went AWOL and was like negative about it. And I think a lot of people are losing sanity and stuff. And I'm trying my best to protect my group and keep y'all in sound in mind as I can. I don't know if I'm even doing the best job, but it's got to be patience. It's patience and stuff. Um, yeah, they definitely try to fake people out. But yeah. Katie K says something crazy always happens in January. Yeah, I see that too. So I'm wondering if that's going to happen or not. I see a lot of stuff I'm not going to talk about, but I see a lot of stuff that they could try to run as a narrative to scare people and stuff. So I don't know. I wish I had the answers. I wish I was Oracle, but I can't tell what's going to happen. Mm. How low the Bitcoin dominance will go in 2025? Your motivated guess, please. How low? Hmm. Man, I hate playing with this kind of stuff. Hmm. If I were to guess, high, I'll say high 65, low, um, maybe 40 ish, something like that, which is kind of important. But I mean, it is, but I try not to focus on that stuff too much, but somewhere in that range between 40 and 65. Well, 65, not between 65 highest, 63, 65 highest, and probably like, yeah, 42, 45 lowest. We'll see what happens. Mm, I'm a Casper holder. All I know is patience. Oh man, yeah. Like I said, man, I know a lot of people think I'm all like knocking it or whatever. I don't keep up with what they're going on, but the community is pretty bullish. I'm pretty sure they're gonna have some good stuff happen. People gonna make some money off Casper. I was just trying to, tell people not to have these astronomical price targets in your head. Um, yeah. Fly 75 said, Happy New Year, AI agents going crazy. AI agents on Sui Oz. I haven't even looked over there. It's y'all. I don't think y'all realize. Like I said, I tell people all the time. I know a lot of people. Um, some I don't like. Some I got high respect for. A lot of people have complete teams. It's me, man. It's me over here. It's me over here looking at new projects, looking at agents, looking at memes, whatever is going on at the time is me. And there's a lot of reading time, then trying to like read while listening to spaces and stuff like that. Um, so I can't catch everything, but that I didn't know they were over there too. Um, to be honest, I don't even know if I would try to go over there because I just got to kind of limit my attention. But I mean, that's definitely cool for you if you're making money over there. Like I said, make money where you can, but don't gamble large amounts of your portfolio on some of this stuff. And then when you make the money, put it back into more solid plays. Don't keep throwing it back into gamble plays. I think that's where a lot of people lose money. S2F model predicts a mean Bitcoin price of around 400K you said between 2024 and 2028. Okay, that's a whole different thing. Is this model still valid in your opinion? If so, what will be the estimate Bitcoin top price in 2025, you think? Before that, 2024 between 2028 is a whole nother conversation. As far as 2025 though, like I think I started saying between 115 and 125. um I mean, I could see it being between 125 and 160, like between 125K, 160 or whatever. But still, mine is now. I think 125 was my top, but we'll say probably 125 to maybe 145, somewhere around there. But I could be, maybe I am wrong. Who knows? Maybe it goes to 220, 280. I don't know, but that's what my numbers are. Casper will do well, even better with more FUD. Patients will be rewarded. Early sellers will regret they sold. Man, I mean, it's true, guy, but there's so many other places to make money. I hate to say this, I'm not trying to be like dogmatic, but nobody really cares, man. Nobody, I mean, that's even about the stuff that I like. That's like, if I'm being honest, like, I think, like I said, people think I'm being combative, but I still have Celestia. I'll hold that. But I'm gonna put it this way: if Celestia moves, nobody's gonna care because there's so many other places to make money, man. Like nobody's gonna care about my bags, your bags. People just care about making money. That's all they care about at the end of the day, to be honest. Um, yeah, I mean, that's all my plays. Like I said, I think a lot, and that's what a lot of people do. And I'm telling you, I'm ready to be out of here because I don't like all the stupid mind games and social mind games people are playing crypto. Like people got like, if you're not in my bags, you a dummy. I don't ever try to tell people that. Like we got a lot of stuff. If people don't want to hold it, they don't want to hold it. Who cares? Like I got belief in it, so I'm gonna hold it and I'm gonna make my money. If they don't want to invest in it, I don't care. I'm not trying to force anybody to believe in my bags or anything. AI agents, hot narrative, but also a ton of crap coins, money grabs. So be careful. Yeah, definitely true. Yeah, that's definitely true. I mean, it's some ones that make money, but a lot of people lose money on some of them too. So I just kind of be careful and try not to be greedy and just jump into everyone. Um, like I mean, I think I had one like stupid little game. I still think it's gonna do crazy because people are dumb. But I think the main one I chose, which is probably the highest market cap one right now, I think it's got good use cases behind. I think it's a good one. It's done pretty well so far, but I think it's still got some more room to go. But I don't try to jump into like every single one and just like let me just throw a little here, throw a little here. By the time you throw a little here and there, you done lost a lot of money. So yeah, it's a hot narrative, but it's a lot of mess out there too. EJ said Casper only. Tech unmatched, just a waiting game. They got a lot of stuff going on over there though. I see I mean every project's gonna have fun, but well, I ain't gonna talk about it. But I mean, like I said, I hope everybody makes money or whatever. But yeah, I'll just leave it at that. What's your primary utility picks? Oh, I ain't gonna talk about those on the channel. I know a lot of people do that. I don't do as much. I mean, I will, but I don't like just freely do it all the time. Like I try to leave it for the group so they get a chance to get in. Is my sound still on? Yeah, it's still on. Memes on. It's nice this conversation now. I don't know anything about that. I heard the first one when it first came out. I don't follow any of the memes over there. Um, but what I will say is I feel like meme coins are going to come back. I know a lot of people like it's completely over for memes or whatever. This stuff it always rotates. It always rotates. But yeah, matter of fact, I got so much stuff, man, that I got to catch up on as far as research. I think I got more research tabs open than I did have ready for my live stream. But if you want to join the Patreon, it's at patreon.com/cryptozo. We do a lot of utility plays. I'm looking in, I do look at the memes and agents and stuff like that, but I don't try to go too hard at those. And I know there's always money to be made. You can make money there, but yeah, it's a crazy game. But anyway, I think streaming software is tripping. I think somebody just commented. Oh, you said memes give the highest ROI. I'm tripping. Return on investment, but you have to be picky. Yeah, definitely true. Like I said, I mean, I think we had some good ones in there, but I got some idiots in my group. I feel like that. Well, not regular people, moles in my group that mess up some of the ones for us because hopefully they learn a lesson by now. I feel like they should learn a lesson, but some people are just brain dead. But yeah, as long as with meme coins, the main thing is that the distribution being even. So that's one of the most important things is how it gets. That's how they get exchange listings, and all that kind of stuff. And like I've been saying this for weeks. People keep preaching like this is last cycle. It is community is a part of it, but it's memes are really not as much about community as it used to be anymore. Because you needed a whole bunch of people with being the mouthpiece. It's not like that anymore because they're getting listed on exchanges now, and that's the ones that are pumping, and that's because the exchanges use all their tech to see, okay, it's evenly distributed. There's now nobody who's gonna dump the chart like the chart I just showed y'all earlier. They can't take that chance that somebody holding the majority supply and they can just dump the chart. That's bad for their exchange. There's bad for their revenue. It's bad for trading. It's bad for everything. So with meme coins, you got to be picky and make sure that make sure the idea is good, but the most important thing is the distribution. I've seen some dumb memes fly like that I've never even heard of. I mean, I can't remember the name, but I'm dead serious. I'm not even exaggerating. The name is something like yellow envelope, but the distribution is good, and it flew to like 200 million. It's not even about like a lot of people like, oh, make sure it's funny and make sure it's cute and like it's a cute animal or it's a funny meme, something you can make memes off. Some of these things, like I can't even call it a narrative. Like green, like I wish I could remember the name of that meme, but that's how I remember it in my head. It was something like something weird. It wasn't memeable. To be honest, it wasn't memeable at all. Like it wasn't memeable at all. But it was at like 200 million, and it had done like I mean, it went from like 600K to like 200 million in probably like 2 or 3 weeks. And that's why I keep saying the same thing. And that people thinking they're too smart, like, oh, Zoe talked about this meme, it looks good, so I'm gonna dump all my money in it and wreck the chart for everybody. Like, it's all about distribution. So yeah, you just got to be careful which ones you choose. What are the best narratives for 2025? You think is RWA too early for the cycle? I mean, I can't really say too early, but I think it's a good narrative. Like I said, I still feel like AI is going to come back. I mean, not AI, gaming. You got AI gaming, RWA. I think DPN will still have a run. Layer one still will have it too, but there's some other ones popping up too. So I don't know about too early. It depends on what the project is and what the price is and what they're building, what the project's building, how many eyes is on the project, who's going to be shielding it, all that kind of good stuff. So I don't know if I can say whether it's too early or too late for anything. But anyway, I'm gonna get out of here. I got a lot of research to do. I don't even know. I mean, I've been seeing my family for Christmas and New Year's. I feel like I'm gonna be more in the house researching this weekend as well because I got to put some time in. But I don't know. We'll see how that goes. But yeah, I got to get out here and research today. Patreon.com/CryptoZo, and I'm gonna see y'all next time.